You already know the person that you want to become. Sometimes your mindset is not I want to do it, it's I can do it. I can and I will. I am capable. I was at the gym yesterday and I was doing legs. And if you guys, go to the gym, leg days they're a lot of effort. You get really tired after one or two workouts doing your legs because your legs take a lot of energy. And I had just done squats, so I was very tired. And I left my weights all over the floor, all over the gym floor, in the little area by the squat rack, squat machine. And I went to my next workout. I went to my next machine. And this guy came over to me, came across the gym to come find me. And he came up to me as I was doing my workout, and he said, "Hey man, do you plan on going back over there and picking up your weights? Or are you just going to leave them there?" And I looked at him, and at first I got kind of defensive. I was like, "No, I'm not. I wasn't planning on going back picking up my weights, man. I'm kind of tired." And he said, "We have a good community here. You're fit, you're in shape. I don't see why. I get if you have a bad day, but it's respectable to pick up your weights. I've never seen it left like that before." And I said to him, "You know what? You're right. You're right. I am capable. I should pick them up." And sometimes it's not that you want to go and pick up all your 45-pound weights and put them back on the rack after you just did 6 or 7 sets of squats. Who the heck wants to do that? Not me. But sometimes it's not about, do I want to pick these weights up? It's about, can I pick these weights up? And yes, I can. Some older people, like he said, that we have elderly people in this gym. They would go over to the machine and see the weights on the floor, and they'd think, well, I'm not going to do that. I can't pick those weights up. I can't even lift those onto the thing, right? They can't. They're old. They're weak. Whatever it is. Some people can't. Some people aren't capable. Some people aren't capable of getting up every day and going out to this, If you can do something, oh my gosh, man, just do it. Just do it. Don't put it off. Don't put it off any longer, because your future self, it wants you to succeed. It wants you to get to where it is, I know it's easier said than done. Right? We all procrastinate. But what is one thing that your future self would want you to do today? What is one thing? Just one thing. And that could be as simple as cleaning your room, making your bed, cooking yourself some food so that you're not hungry later on. When I say future self, we all get caught up in oh, well, my 10-year future self, of course, my 10-year future self would want me to go out and grind and make a bunch of money today. Of course, who would not want that, right? But your future self doesn't have to be, you in 25 years. Your future self could be you in 5 minutes. Your future self could be you in an hour. Go get a glass of water if you're thirsty, right? These are things that you can do for yourself. Every act that you do for yourself now to benefit yourself in the future, that is an act of love for yourself. Towards yourself. You are preemptively loving yourself. Well, not really preemptively. You are loving yourself in the moment, but it's going to benefit you later on. So every day when I wake up, I ask myself, what is my goal today? What is my goal and what is my mindset? Today, for example, I work in an hour, so I don't have much time. But my goal today was to get my stuff ready, get my work stuff ready, get my lunch ready, really quick. Get out there, record a video before it gets dark, and then go to work. That was my goal. My mindset was, I can do this. I can do this. I am capable of doing this. So ask yourself, do I have a goal? Do I have a mindset? That's all you need, a goal and a mindset. What is one thing I can do today? What is one thing I can achieve today? It could be as small as making my bed. And it could be as big as applying for a job or asking somebody out, right? This could be anything, guys. This could be anything. But as long as you have a mindset, these actions, they're not gonna work out for you if you don't have the right mindset. The action, the map is half of it. The other half is the intention behind it, the mindset that you have, which is why you have to ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today, and what is my mindset that I have to do this? If your mindset is, I feel tired, I feel sick, I don't really want to work out today, what's one thing you can do today? Well, I want to work towards my goal of being jacked. I'm kind of tired though, I don't really want to. Well, that's not the right mindset, man. And you're not going to get jacked if you don't have the right mindset. The more you do for yourself, the more actions you take towards your future self, this future self that you want to become, you are further aligning yourself with that person. I've talked a little bit about your identity and how when you go through change, your identity is like dissolving and you're becoming a new person. Well, this new person wants you to take action. This new person wants you to act. You want to act. You want to do this. And me sitting here encouraging you, that is the best I can do to help you get there. Nobody is going to force you to do this but you. But you are capable, man. Look at this. I came out here today and I got my shit together pretty quick. I didn't have to see all this today. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful day. And it's going to be dark in like 30 minutes, but I'm glad I get to see this. And I never would have saw this if my future self wasn't so eager to get a move on, right? And this here is an act of love. Everything is love. Everything is energy. Energy is love. What does that mean? That sounds all philosophical. Like, what does that mean, Avery? That doesn't make any sense. Everything is love. Well, is this rock love made out of love? That doesn't make sense. When I say that, I mean like everything is energy. And the reason you're here is because of love. It's because somebody loves you or loved you. Or loved each other to make you, right? And so you are here because of love. And your future self loves you. Your future self loves yourself. And if you love yourself, you will take action towards your future identity. You can think of an identity as like a timeline. But it's not linear. Like, you're not this person right now, and then tomorrow you're this person, and then you're this person. It kind of jumps all over the place. It's not like a linear progression. Kind of like consciousness, which I'm going to talk about. I like consciousness. It's interesting to me. So you can think of it like you're mapping yourself. You're mapping your future self. Let's say in 5 years I have an idea of what I want to have achieved. Well, it's easy to say, I want to be rich in 5 years. But nobody is going to be able to jump up and take action when they have such a broad plan. Which is why you should focus on one day at a time. What is my goal? What is my mindset? I'm not going to grow a community and help people if I don't have the right mindset, Not every day I want to come out and do the things that I do. I don't want to go to work every day. I don't want to go to the gym every day. I don't want to, take all my stuff and go out and record videos. I do like recording videos. It's fun. But, think of anything, right? There's something that you have right now that a year ago or 2 years ago you didn't have. Think back and think, what did I do to get here? Maybe you have a small YouTube channel. Maybe you have like a good grade in something. Or maybe you have a girlfriend. What did I do to get this? A year ago I didn't have this. 2 years ago, 5 years ago, I didn't have this. But looking back, I'm so glad, I'm so thankful that I did this one thing that I needed to do. Imagine if I didn't. Imagine how different my life would be if I didn't do that thing. That's what you need to ask yourself. Your future self is constantly doing this. Be grateful for the things that you have. Be grateful for the actions that you took in your past, because we all know it's not easy to just do things sometimes. You don't want to. But can you? You can. You already know the person you want to become. So just become that person. Just be that person. It's not about I will do this. It's I am this. Become that person right now. Don't say I will become a YouTuber. I will become a guy who attracts women. I will become a smart person who studies. Become that person now. Be that person right now. It's all about your mindset and your actions. They're both equally important and intertwined. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. Peace out.